The world is filled with traps at every street corner, ready to strip away your masculine power. Just take a look at every popular film or Netflix show being promoted, or the types of people currently idolized. Nothing escapes the elite's agenda of mind control. Men are mentally manipulated to accept weakness. There's a very famous story about a lion that I want you to hear. If this is your first visit to my channel, I ask for your support by subscribing and giving the video a thumbs up. This way, I can continue to create more content like this in the future. Once upon a time, there was a fierce lion feared by all. One day, the lion fell in love with the farmer's daughter, but there was a problem. The farmer hated the lion, and upon learning of the lion's love for his daughter, he wanted to do everything to stop it. So, the cunning farmer called the lion and told him that he would only allow him to marry his daughter under one condition, that the lion remove his sharp claws for the safety of his daughter. The lion thought, well, it's just a small price for a great reward, and he went to a rock and broke his claws. The next day, he went to see the farmer and said, "Now I have no more sharp claws. Give me your daughter's hand in marriage." But the cunning farmer told him to do one more thing, to also remove his sharp teeth and fangs. The lion also accepted this condition and broke his sharp teeth and fangs. However, when the lion returned to see the farmer the next day, the farmer attacked him and killed him. This time, the lion had neither sharp claws nor teeth to defend himself. Everything that gave him strength, the lion chose to willingly give up, one by one. Remember, brothers, the world you live in today is no different. There are much greater forces at play that have carefully designed the matrix to keep you enslaved to your desires and impulses. And here's the harsh truth. You can blame the farmer or the elites all you want, but at the end of the day, it was the lion who chose to obey them willingly. Strength is the virtue that all men must follow, whether in professional, financial, or romantic life. Every man naturally desires to feel dominant, strong, and powerful because that is what you are. All men desire a strong sense of drive, but many of us don't have it because we engage in behaviors that prevent us from becoming the strong men we were meant to be. These days, men complain about everything, spend too much money on drugs and pornography, even apologize for things that don't require apologies, and develop habits that weaken them. Number 1, mocking others. It's a point that few people talk about, but as a high-value man, you should never belittle others. Instead of elevating your own status, this can make you appear insecure and disrespectful. It's a crucial aspect often overlooked when discussing true masculinity. Perhaps you've heard of the crab bucket example. When a crab is about to escape the bucket, others pull it back. When someone tries to improve their life or achieve a goal, sometimes others can feel uncomfortable or jealous. This kind of attitude is neither constructive nor honorable. These days, men complain about everything, spend too much money on drugs and pornography, and even apologize to others for things that don't require apologies, thus developing habits that weaken them. Number 1, mocking others. It's a point that is seldom discussed, but as a man of value, you should never depreciate others. Instead of elevating your own status, this can make you appear insecure and disrespectful. It's a crucial aspect often overlooked when discussing authentic masculinity. Perhaps you've heard of the crab bucket example. When a crab is about to escape the bucket, others pull it back. When someone tries to improve their life or achieve a goal, sometimes others can feel uncomfortable or jealous. This kind of attitude is neither constructive nor honorable. If you find yourself mocking others, remember that you are placing yourself beneath them. Period. Of course, it doesn't mean you shouldn't correct someone for their mistakes, but avoid mocking them. As a man, you should teach and guide your brothers without resentment or ulterior motives. Offer them constructive correction and valuable advice so they can learn and grow. Remember, strong and confident men do not scorn others. Instead, heed what Mike Tyson says. Social media has made you very comfortable with mocking people.
Let's go back to the story of the lion and the farmer's
daughter. Number two,
The main reason the lion
to
loses
accept everything in the
responsibility
end boils down to the fact that he was not aware of his responsibility. His responsibility was to live as a lion. His prey and sharp claws were part of what made him a lion, but he forgot this responsibility and chose to abandon it. The same thing happens in your life. Embrace your responsibilities with pride. Responsibilities are not a burden, but an integral part of our existence. I want you to say with me, I will honor my responsibilities with pride because that is what makes me a man. The day you choose to run away from your responsibilities is the day you opt to completely abandon your masculinity. I want you to memorize this quote. The price of greatness is responsibility. Listen to it again. The price of greatness is responsibility. This not only strengthens our own identity as men, but also contributes to the well-being of those around us. Responsibility should neither be avoided nor abandoned. On the contrary, it should be embraced as a path to greatness and the fulfillment of our potential as men. Number three, avoiding failure. This is a challenge for many men today. Most men consistently choose comfort over growth. Remember that growth is painful and often hidden behind failure. There's a famous example of a man digging for diamonds. He doesn't know how deep beneath the surface the diamond is, but he keeps digging. At first, all he sees with each shovel stroke is dirt, but he keeps digging. After a few hours or even days, he finds what he was looking for. So, remember, brothers, failure is not the end. If that's your mindset, you can be sure that you will never succeed in anything. Think about anything worthwhile to possess. Suppose you start a business. Initially, you may face many so-called failures trying to learn the trade and win over your customers. But if you stay in the game long enough and don't try to escape these temporary failures, you will see your growth. The same goes for women. At first, when you approach them, you may seem like a strange man who doesn't know how to interact. But your success is hidden behind these temporary failures. It's a small price a strong man must pay for success. Often, we are raised as children to be ashamed of our mistakes and failures, and to try to justify them by blaming someone else. You might have said, "It's not my fault," or "that person is responsible." These are thoughts of a loser. I want you to listen to this quote and note it down somewhere if you wish. A weak man is one who attributes his failure to the strength of others. Submission to feudal laws is very easy. Do you want to know the difference between a coward and a man of value? It's simple. The coward will always associate with the majority, even if what they say is clearly false. And the worst part is that the coward expects the man of value to also submit to these feudal and harmful laws and regulations. A man of value always examines and judges everything before deciding to follow. In today's world, we have been so conditioned by the mentality that we should not judge or should not do this or that it becomes uncontrollable. You are simply a puppet and a guinea pig at this point, submitting to all the agendas and laws they create. There is nothing wrong with obeying, but only obey what aligns with your purpose, your mission. And above all, remember that beyond God, nothing is above the law of the Almighty. Ask yourself if you are someone who is easily intimidated and seeks to please everyone. For some men, it can be incredibly difficult to learn to say no. But if you act according to the truth, you will realize that the world will not collapse around you. I have seen many men lead a life of fear in marriage, as if their wives were some kind of tyrants and they dared not speak or correct them. This is a clear example of feudal submission. The concept of body language is very important. This includes nonverbal signals such as a handshake, eye contact, how you stand, walk, and move when conversing and interacting with others. People can perceive if you are a strong or weak man through your body language. In today's society, where agendas and expectations may have turned against traditionally strong masculinity, it is more important than ever for men to be aware of their body language. Being intentional with your body means you must strive to project an image of confidence, strength, and determination. Maintain an upright and assured posture, walk with a firm and confident stride, and maintain appropriate eye contact when interacting with others. Be intentional with your body and maintain a masculine posture. Remember that your body language is your business card before you even speak a word. It can influence how others perceive and treat you. If you present yourself as a strong and confident man through your body language, it is less likely that others will seek to take advantage of you. This is a valuable skill for any man seeking success in both personal and professional life. Number 6, wasting. We always talk about the importance of your younger days on this channel. Your 20s and even into your 30s are, to some extent, what we call the golden days. These are the days when you must build, and build. Imagine a farmer planting a seed. He doesn't expect the seed to bear fruit the next day. In your 20s, just like the farmer, you need to sow spiritual, emotional, and physical seeds that will help you grow. But here's the most important part. Don't expect to reap those fruits immediately. Just keep sowing. And before you know it, you will have planted forests and gardens that attract the right kind of life. When I say sow, I mean challenge yourself. It doesn't mean you have to push yourself to work 24/7, but always keep in mind that these are the days when you have the most energy and opportunities to take risks. Take advantage of it, especially when you are young. You may feel like you're missing out on the culture of being with multiple people by investing in yourself, but resist that temptation. You may not understand it now, but as you mature into age, you will thank yourself for not getting distracted. Listen to what the wisest man on earth has to say about your younger days. Here are the words of Solomon. You who are young, be happy while you are young, and let your heart give you joy in the days of your youth. Follow the ways of your heart and whatever your eyes see, but know that for all these things God will bring you into judgment. How we structure our day and manage our time can make a significant difference on our path to success and personal development. What time do you go to bed and wake up? How is your day structured? What do you do when you come home from work? These are all questions you must seriously think about. Do not consider them as a secondary task that you can address when you have free time. As a man seeking success in all areas, you must carefully plan your day. Think about why the powerful succeed so much in building the matrix. Every aspect and domain has been carefully planned. Similarly, think about each part of your day, the people you interact with, and the type of content you consume. If you don't have the right thoughts in your mind, know that you have opened the door to the penetration of the matrix within you. Laziness is the greatest enemy of men today. As a man, you may have many business or life-related thoughts, but you will never materialize them if you let laziness gradually infiltrate you without realizing it. Laziness will devour you and prevent you from progressing productively in your life. Never forget, brothers, that laziness only succeeds with weak men because a man of great value quickly learns to detect and correct it. Always remain aware of laziness and fight it as soon as possible. So, remember, brothers, weakness is the virtue of modern society. That's what they're looking for. But strength is your greatest virtue. Seek strength in every opportunity and remember that God is your greatest strength. Every day presents opportunities for growth and progress towards our goals, and it is up to us to consciously seize these opportunities. Strength, both physical and mental, is a valuable asset in this pursuit, and seeking support in personal and spiritual beliefs can provide a solid foundation for facing life's challenges. If you enjoyed our video, give it a like, subscribe, and comment so that YouTube knows that this type of content is helping people like you, and we can continue to create more similar videos in the future.